The run there on 4-6.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now before this second down play. Will get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun is Eason. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Mayfield now. And he gets Gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
First down, Browns.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. 59 yards for him on the ground. First and goal at the 1. They'll give it to Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
Just shy of the goal line.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Austin Seibert on for the point.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Eason. Airing it out deep for Smith. This ball's tipped and intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
The 31-yard line.
The chain, 2nd and 12. Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throwing, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down, Browns.
first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. 3 yards the gain there, second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield looking for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns add on to their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over.
Set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try to get back in this game?
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Eason off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Eason. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
14.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Hooper on the short connection. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating there.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Now a clash of bodies here. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for the Browns. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. A throw on a quick slant, going to be complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
1st down.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On third down, Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And at the 25-yard line, the Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
From the gun, Eason. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Raider first down, 17 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it 2nd and 9.
At the Browns' 18-yard line.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
For the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play. Good.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he'll find Hall. And down he'll go at the 25.
Complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Over the middle to Beckham. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's out to Chubb, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Tanner Muse there defensively.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield over the middle, complete. That's Hall. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Number 87. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Off the play fake. Eason. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brings up
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Henry, the ball carrier.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Eason. Third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Eason. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
thrown away.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Eason. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
The Raiders will run.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
They'll try and run it in with Henry, but he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time getting the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
And the Browns 1st down.
They run. Chubb. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Darren Lee on the
Darren Lee there to get him down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Raiders' 49-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
Their own 4-yard.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
It's a gain of 5.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the gun is Eason. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's out right at the 25. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. Going up top for Miller. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37.
Talking about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Following the interception, Mayfield. The counter here, it's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
At the 19-yard line.
His throw incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chops this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Well, able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Eason off the play fake. Quickly into the hands of Rowe. Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Raiders 11. Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First and 10, Eason. He's going to let it fly. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Eason going to try and throw for it. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here. It's still all good. An all-out battle on fourth and goal. Offense versus defense, and the offense won it.
Now I'm just wondering what was going through the minds of the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Were they playing the run too much? Were they not focused that the whole playbook was open in that situation? Give the offensive guys a lot of credit. Just wonder what the defensive guys were thinking.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Final score, Charles, it's 1-1 to win.